Dear viewers, gather around for another episode of Tall Tales, where I share the amusing stories of my life with my towering wife and her giant family. Today's story is a blend of comedy, fear, and a surprise twist that I couldn't have seen coming. So, here we go. I've been happily married to my wife for 5 years. Despite our noticeable height difference, I stand at a modest 5 feet 3 inches, while my beloved wife reaches an impressive 6 feet. Our household is harmonious, filled with love and laughter. However, there's a twist in this tale that goes by the name of Keny, my wife's younger sister, who adds a whole new dimension to our lives. One day, my wife asked me to pick up Keny from the train station. Now, picturing myself surrounded by my wife's family, all tall and colossal, made me feel like a dwarf among giants. To make matters more interesting, Keny, the mischievous younger sister, was already towering at more than 6 feet. She had a knack for playful teasing, lifting and carrying me, hiding my belongings out of reach, and playfully calling me a child who wants to get married, especially after discovering my fear of ghosts and horror films. Keny once pulled a prank on me, imitating ghostly sounds near my room when I was alone. Needless to say, I screamed and fled the room only to find Keny outside, laughing heartily at my expense. With memories of these antics fresh in my mind, I conveniently avoided the task of picking her up, citing an overwhelming workload at the office. So, my wife ventured alone to fetch Keny from the train station, leaving me to wonder if I had successfully dodged another round of pranks. Fast forward to the evening, I reluctantly returned home from the office, feeling a bit apprehensive about the presence of Keny. As I approached our house, the absence of my wife's car and the darkened interior provided a sliver of hope that they weren't home yet. I took a deep breath, opened the door, and flicked on the lights. But there was no light in the bedroom. I tried the switch a few times, panic setting in. Suddenly, a towering figure emerged from the darkness, resembling Lady Dimitrescu from the Resident Evil miniseries. I screamed, terrified, ready to make a hasty retreat. Before I could react, a large hand grabbed me and lifted me high into the air. My screams for help were cut short when my wife appeared, laughing. To my surprise, Lady Dimitrescu was none other than Keny, transformed into a towering prankster. I was annoyed, to say the least, but my annoyance turned into shock as I noticed Keny's body had transformed. She had grown taller, her muscles sculpted like a bodybuilding athlete. I stood there, realizing my height was now just below Keny's breasts. The prank had taken an unexpected turn, and I couldn't help but marvel at the lengths Keny had gone to for her hilarious transformation. Little did I know that this was just the beginning of a series of tall tales that would keep me on my toes.